Number 3 is the realm of mercy and love. You can't say you know God and you don't know love. In the Garden of Eden, the making of man was supposed to be a process. God created a spirit, and because a spirit does not have legality to operate on this earth realm, God kept that spirit within himself, and then came to the dust and made dust. Now when he made dust, he brought that dust to himself, and that spirit that he made, he breathed it into that man. So the Bible says there are 3 lives that a man should have operated on. Number 1 is your flesh, which is powered by your blood, and then the life of every flesh is in the blood. So your blood is what powers this flesh. That is why if any doctor wants to trap your DNA, it is in your blood. Whatever that is happening to you, if a doctor takes a sample of your blood, everything that concerns you is trapped in your blood. Man is not just the flesh. Man has also what we call the soul. Genesis chapter 2, the Bible was speaking, and it says that God breathed a man, and that man became a living soul. And so that was where God stopped until Satan interrupted that process. The idea of God was that man will ascend into his realm so that he can have fellowship with man. You know that before that interception happened, God was the one coming down to the garden to have fellowship with man, because man didn't have the legality to operate in the realm of God. So God had to come down, and that is why by the Spirit, David perceived it by the Spirit, and he asked in Psalm 8 verse 4, he said, what is a man that you are mindful of him? And the Son of Man that you visited him. You have 24 elders, you have 4 living creatures in your throne room, worshiping you, giving you all this that you deserve. Yet every evening you leave them and come down. What is in that man? They don't know that that was a process God was taking to make sure that man becomes complete, so that man can travel to the realm of God. But Satan came and interrupted that way. So man stopped at the realm of the flesh and the realm of the soul. That spirit was not given, because the Bible says in Genesis chapter 2 that it's in the same garden there is a bull, there is a tree that is regarded as the tree of life. So if man had eaten it, he would not have died again. So the whole creation enterprise would have been complete when man ate of the tree of life. And so in Genesis chapter 3 verse 24, the Bible says that God drove the man away, and he placed at the east of the garden a cherubim with a flaming sword, guiding the way to the tree of life. So if man has eaten the tree, he wouldn't have died again. But that was the original plan of God, that man will eat from that tree and become immortal. Because of the love of God, because of the mercy of God, God now began to devise a means to bring man back to that fellowship that he has lost. So God gave Jesus to die. So if Jesus had died, I can't die again. If Jesus has paid the price, you can't convict me again. So one person cannot be convicted twice of the same offense. Barrister knows what I'm talking about. It is called law of double jeopardy. So if Jesus has been hanged because I say have been declared righteous, so whenever devil comes and say this person is supposed to die, he fornicated, he stole, he's supposed to die, Jesus will appear on the right hand of God and say this is the reason why I died. Let him go.